In a moment so raw it stopped the entire room cold, Bambi stands inches from Scrappy's face, chest heaving, tears carving rivers through her flawless makeup. You really think you can just walk back in here talking about getting back together, like the last 3 years didn't happen? She shouts, voice breaking on the final word. Scrappy freezes, eyes wide, the same cocky smirk he's worn for 13 seasons nowhere in sight. Bambi, baby, I still love you. Love? She cuts him off with a bitter laugh that echoes off the walls. You loved me when you were sneaking around with every Instagram model in Atlanta? You loved me when I was raising our daughter alone while you were out, finding yourself. Don't you dare say love to me right now. The cameras catch every flinch. Cast members sit frozen. Erica Mena's mouth hangs open, Kirk Frost leans forward like he's watching a car crash in slow motion, and even Rashida looks stunned into silence. Bambi's hands shake as she jabs a finger into Scrappy's chest. You broke me, and now you want a do-over? I swear on everything, if you think I'm that same girl who used to chase you, you got me all the way twisted. Scrappy's voice drops, desperate, cracking. I know I messed up. But I'm here now, I'm ready. Tell me what I gotta do, Bambi. Please. The silence that follows is deafening. Hearts are pounding. Phones are blowing up across Atlanta. And nobody knows if this confrontation is about to end in a tearful reunion, or the final, ugly end of Bambi and Scrappy forever. The tension in the room is thicker than Atlanta humidity as Bambi stares down Scrappy, her eyes blazing with years of pent-up pain and betrayal. You really think you can just show up after everything you put me through? She hisses, her voice trembling but strong. Scrappy stands there looking smaller than he's ever looked on this show, his usual swagger completely gone. Bambi, I swear on my life I ain't the same man no more. I lost you once and it damn near killed me, he says, reaching out, but she slaps his hand away. Don't you touch me, don't you dare. The cast is watching in stunned silence, Erica Mena whispering oh my god to herself while Kirk Frost shakes his head slowly like he can't believe this reunion is happening right in front of them. Fans watching the live taping are already flooding social media with shocked reactions, some screaming Team Bambi, others begging for them to work it out, but nobody knows the full story yet. The real reason Scrappy came crawling back isn't just love, it's deeper and darker than anyone imagined. Months earlier, Scrappy had hit rock bottom after losing a major business deal and finding himself alone in a hotel room with nothing but regrets. He called Bambi late one night, drunk and emotional, pouring out his heart about how he missed their daughter and the family they once built, but Bambi hung up on him cold as ice. She had moved on, or so she thought, building her own empire, launching a successful lash line and focusing on being the best mother possible. Yet here they are face to face in this charged confrontation. You abandoned us when we needed you most, Bambi continues, tears now flowing freely. You chose the streets, the clubs, the random women over your own blood, and now you want me back because what your ego needs. Stroking Scrappy wipes his face, looking genuinely broken. I know I was selfish, I was young and dumb, but I am older now, wiser. I've been in therapy, baby, real therapy, not that fake stuff for the cameras. I learned how to be a man, a real one this time. The room erupts in whispers as other cast members start chiming in, Rashida speaking up first. Bambi girl, you don't owe him anything, but if there's even a spark left you gotta decide for yourself, not for us, not for the show, for you and that beautiful daughter of yours. Emotions run high as Bambi paces back and forth, her designer heels clicking against the floor like a ticking time bomb. I gave you everything, Scrappy, my youth, my trust, my heart, and you stomped on it like it was nothing, she yells, pointing directly at him. Remember when I was pregnant and you were out with that other girl posting pictures like I wouldn't see them? I cried for weeks alone while you lived your best life. Now you stand here talking about getting back together like it's that simple. A sudden twist hits when Scrappy's phone starts ringing loudly on the table and everyone sees the name pop up. It's one of his ex-flings from last season. The timing couldn't be worse. Bambi snatches the phone before he can grab it and holds it up. Who the hell is this still calling you at this hour? Hush, she demands, her voice rising to a fever pitch. Scrappy looks panicked. It's not what you think. I blocked her months ago. She must be using another number, I swear. The cast members lean in closer, the drama escalating by the second as Bambi scrolls through old messages, her face turning from hurt to pure rage. You never changed, you liar. These texts are from last week, talking about linking up again while you were texting me sweet nothings about missing our family. Fans are going absolutely wild online with hashtags like Bambi vs Scrappy and LHHATL explosion trending within minutes. Some viewers are crying along with Bambi, feeling her pain, others are calling Scrappy every name in the book, but deep down everyone knows this confrontation is only the beginning of something much bigger. Little do they know Scrappy has a bombshell secret. He's been holding on to something that could either win Bambi back forever or destroy them both completely. He takes a deep breath, stepping closer despite her anger. Bambi, listen before you walk away. There's something I need to tell you, something that changes everything about why I really left back then. It wasn't just me being dumb, there was more. Family pressure, threats from people I owed money to. I was trying to protect you and our daughter even if I did it all wrong. The revelation drops like a bomb on the set, leaving everyone speechless. Bambi freezes, her hand dropping to her side as she searches his eyes for any sign of truth. Is this another game, or is he finally being real for once? The emotional stakes have never been higher with their daughter potentially casually watching this episode one day and the entire Love and Hip Hop family divided on who to support. The argument continues heating up as Bambi fires back. Protection you call ghosting me, and our baby protection you call parading other women around. Protection Scrappy, you broke my spirit, but guess what, I am stronger now, stronger than you ever gave me credit for, and if you want me back you are gonna have to prove it, not with words but with actions, real ones this time. Tears mix with anger as she steps even closer, their faces inches apart, the chemistry, the history, the pain all colliding in one explosive moment that has the entire crew holding their breath, wondering if this is the reunion fans have waited years for, or the final nail in the coffin of one of Atlanta's most dramatic couples. The confrontation stretches on with more accusations flying, more raw emotions spilling out, and more twists waiting just around the corner as the producers signal for a quick break, but nobody wants to stop. This is the kind of television gold that keeps Love and Hip Hop Atlanta alive season after season, and right now in this very room Bambi and Scrappy are rewriting their story. Whether it ends in love or total destruction remains to be seen, but one thing is crystal clear: nothing will ever be the same again after this night. The cameras keep rolling, capturing every single tear, every raised voice, and every heartbreaking confession as the cast rallies around them, some offering advice, others stirring the pot even more. The drama is far from over, and the real test of their love is only just beginning as secrets from the past threaten to tear open fresh wounds in the present. The confrontation explodes even further as Bambi turns away from Scrappy, her shoulders shaking with a mix of fury and heartbreak, but he refuses to let her walk away, grabbing her arm gently yet firmly. Wait baby, just hear me out, this ain't no game, he pleads, his voice cracking under the weight of years of mistakes. The cast leans in closer, Erica Mena now standing up, pointing at Scrappy. You better not be playing my girl, because if you hurt her again we all coming for you. Kirk Frost chuckles nervously, but even he looks invested, whispering to Rashida, this some real soul ties right here. Fans outside the studio are chanting Bambi names while others flood the live chat with demands for Scrappy to grovel harder. Little do they know the biggest twist is about to drop like a hammer. Scrappy pulls out his phone with trembling hands and shows Bambi a folder full of old letters and therapy journal entries. I wrote these when I was away, he confesses. I never stopped thinking about you, even when I was messing up. I was scared of being the man you deserved because my own daddy issues messed me up bad. Bambi snatches the phone, scrolling through the pages, her expression softening for just a split second before hardening again. You expect me to believe this therapy talk now after all the public disrespect? You really think a few journal entries erase the nights I spent alone wondering if you were coming home? The room fills with gasps as another cast member jumps in, revealing their own connection to the drama. Apparently one of Scrappy's exes had been feeding information to producers, trying to sabotage any chance of a reunion, creating even more chaos on set. Emotions run high as Bambi starts pacing faster, her voice rising. You abandoned us during the hardest times. Remember when our daughter was sick in the hospital and you were nowhere to be found? I had to call my mama to fly in because you were too busy chasing clout, and now you want back in my life like it's a revolving door. The accusations fly back and forth with Scrappy firing back defensively. I was young and stupid, Bambi, but I grew up. I lost deals, I lost friends, but I never lost the love for you and our baby girl. That bond is forever whether you accept it or not. A sudden unexpected twist hits when the door bursts open and in walks Bambi's mother, looking furious and ready for war. Oh hell no, she exclaims, pointing directly at Scrappy. You ain't coming back around my daughter after what you did. The family drama ignites instantly as Bambi's mom recounts every single heartbreak her daughter endured, including the secret miscarriage she suffered while Scrappy was out partying. The revelation stuns the entire cast and leaves Scrappy speechless, his face draining of color. I didn't know about that, he stammers, tears welling up for the first time on camera. Bambi breaks down completely, collapsing into a chair, sobbing uncontrollably. You never knew because you never asked, you never cared enough to check on me. The producers signal for tissues and water, but the raw emotion is too real, too powerful for any commercial break to contain. Fans watching are in absolute tears across social media, with trends like justice for Bambi and Scrappy step up exploding everywhere. Cast members rally around Bambi, offering hugs and words of support, while some like Erica Mena confront Scrappy directly. You got a lot of proving to do if you want this family back, brother, and it ain't gonna be easy. Rashida nods in agreement. Girl power is real, but real love deserves a chance if he's changed for real. The back and forth continues for what feels like hours, with Scrappy pouring out more confessions about the dark times he faced alone, battling depression and bad influences that pushed him away from his responsibilities. I was scared to fail you, Bambi, so I ran instead of stepping up like a real man, but I am here now, ready to fight for us every single day. The emotional stakes skyrocket when their daughter is mentioned again and producers reveal they have a surprise video message from the little girl saying she misses her daddy but wants him to make mommy happy first. The clip plays on the big screen, leaving everyone in the room emotional. Bambi watches it with fresh tears streaming down her face. See what you did to our family, she whispers, but Scrappy drops to his knees right there on camera for the first time in 13 seasons, begging openly, Bambi, I am sorry from the bottom of my soul. I'll do whatever it takes. Counseling every day, public apologies, building a new business together, just name it. The gesture shocks Bambi, who stands there frozen between the man she once loved desperately and the strong, independent woman she has become today. You think kneeling fixes years of pain, she asks softly, but her voice carries the weight of unresolved love mixed with doubt. The cast is divided, some pushing for forgiveness, others producers warning Bambi to protect her peace at all costs. Kirk pulls Scrappy aside for a private man-to-man talk, telling him straight up, bro, if you mess this up again ain't no coming back from that, while Rashida sits with Bambi offering sisterly advice. Don't let him back in unless he shows consistent change, not just for the cameras but for real life outside this show. The drama intensifies when old footage rolls of their happiest moments contrasted with the darkest fights, creating a montage that has the whole room reflecting on their turbulent journey. Fans are losing their minds online, demanding a full reunion episode or even a spin-off series dedicated to their story. But the real test comes next when Bambi reveals her own secret. She has been dating someone new quietly, a successful entrepreneur who treats her like royalty and has been there for her daughter without any drama. The bomb drops and Scrappy looks devastated, his face twisting in jealousy and regret. Who is he? Bambi, you moved on that fast after everything we built, he asks, his voice laced with pain, but she fires back fast, you moved on with half of Atlanta while we were still legally tied, so don't you dare question my happiness now. The argument reaches boiling point with raised voices, accusations of betrayal flying, and even a few cast members standing up to separate them before things get too physical. Emotions are at an all-time high as Bambi declares, I deserve peace, Scrappy, real peace, not this roller coaster we've been on for years. You say you changed, then prove it, starting today, not tomorrow, not next season but right now. In this moment the producers decide to cut for a break, but the tension lingers heavy in the air as everyone processes the layers of hurt, love, regret and hope swirling around Bambi and Scrappy like a storm ready to break at any second. Little do the viewers know another massive twist is coming, involving a mysterious third party who claims to have proof that Scrappy was set up in some of his past scandals, potentially clearing his name but also exposing deeper industry secrets that could rock love and hip-hop Atlanta to its core. The cast regroups after the break with new energy and the confrontation resumes even fiercer than before, Bambi demanding full transparency while Scrappy lays everything on the table, from financial troubles to personal demons and the fear that kept him from being the father he always wanted to be. I ain't perfect but I am yours if you'll have me again, he says, looking deep into her eyes. The chemistry is undeniable, the history palpable and the pain still very real as tears flow freely and hearts hang in the balance. The entire episode builds to this crescendo of raw, unfiltered emotion that has fans glued to their screens worldwide, wondering if love can truly conquer all or if some wounds run too deep to heal. On this dramatic night in Atlanta, nothing is off limits and every secret, every regret, every spark of hope is laid bare for the world to see, keeping the drama alive and the stakes higher than ever before as Bambi and Scrappy stand at the crossroads of their complicated forever. The crossroads moment hangs heavy as Bambi stares into Scrappy's eyes, searching for any trace of the man she fell in love with years ago, while the cast holds their collective breath. You say complicated forever, she repeats, her voice barely above a whisper, but what if forever for us means more pain, more lies, more nights wondering where you are? Scrappy rises from his knees slowly, his face a mask of determination and desperation. I ain't promising perfection, Bambi, I am promising effort every damn day, he replies, reaching for her hands. This time she doesn't pull away immediately. The touch sends sparks through the room and Erica Mena whispers, damn, the chemistry still there. Kirk nods, agreeing silently, while Rashida fans herself, saying, girl, this is making me emotional all over again. But before Bambi can respond, another twist crashes in like thunder. The studio door swings open again and in storms Scrappy's mother with fire in her eyes. Oh, you got some nerve, son, she yells, pointing at him. First you mess up this beautiful family, then you come crawling back on national TV without even calling your own mama. The family drama reaches fever pitch as Scrappy's mom turns to Bambi, pulling her into a tight hug. Baby girl, I love you like my own, and I told him if he hurts you again I am done with him too. The revelation shocks Scrappy, who stands there mouth open. Mama, you supposed to have my back, but she shakes her head. No baby, not when you wrong, and this time you dead wrong for what you put this woman through. Fans are exploding online with comments pouring in faster than producers can read them, some calling it the most real episode yet, others demanding Scrappy's mom get her own spin-off. The argument reignites hotter than before as Bambi finds strength in the support. You hear that, Scrappy? Even your mama knows the truth, she says, pulling back from the hug. I built a life without you, I got my business thriving, my daughter happy and peace in my spirit. You think one teary-eyed speech and some old letters fix that? The cast rallies Bambi with nods and words of encouragement, while a few like Kirk try playing devil advocate, telling Scrappy straight up, bro, you gotta show receipts, not just words. Actions talk louder than any journal entry. Emotions run high as tears flow freely down Bambi's face, mixing with her flawless makeup, creating streaks that only add to her raw beauty. I loved you, Scrappy, I loved you so hard it scared me, she confesses openly on camera. But love ain't enough when trust is shattered like glass under your boots. You stepped on us over and over. Scrappy wipes his own tears, looking more vulnerable than ever in 13 seasons. I know, and I am owning every piece of it, he says, his voice hoarse. I lost sponsors, I lost respect, but the only thing that truly broke me was losing you and our baby girl. Let me prove it. Starting with this, the producers dim the lights slightly as a surprise video plays showing Scrappy in therapy sessions talking candidly about his failures, his fears, and his deep desire to be a better father and partner. The room falls silent except for sniffles and shocked whispers from the cast. This real, y'all, Erica says, dabbing her eyes. Bambi watches intently, her expression shifting from anger to confusion to a flicker of hope, but then she shakes her head. No more games, no more edited videos for ratings. If you serious about us, then we do this off camera first. Real counseling, real co-parenting, no cameras, no drama for likes. Scrappy agrees immediately. Whatever you need baby, I am in 100%. But just as the moment seems to soften, another bombshell drops. One of the producers receives a call and suddenly old audio recordings surface from a past season where Scrappy was caught badmouthing Bambi to his boys in the studio. The audio plays loud and clear, making Bambi flinch visibly. You said I was holding you back, you called me too emotional, too much, you liar, she screams, the betrayal fresh all over again. The cast erupts in chaos, Erica jumping up ready to defend her friend while Rashida pulls Bambi aside for a sister hug. Kirk confronts Scrappy, man, you gotta stop these secrets, they keep popping up like weeds. Scrappy looks defeated but fights back, that was old talk when I was lost and stupid, I ain't that dude no more. I was fronting for the homies because admitting love made me feel weak, but I was wrong, dead wrong. The back and forth stretches long with accusations flying like daggers and defenses rising like shields. Fans worldwide are glued to their screens, some hosting live watch parties, others creating fan edits of the best emotional moments. Hashtags like Bambi, Scrappy, our war, and LHHATL reunion dominate every platform, dividing opinions sharply. Team Bambi trending strong with supporters praising her growth and strength, while Team Scrappy pushes for redemption arcs and second chances. The emotional conflicts deepen as they delve into personal stakes. Bambi revealing how single motherhood strengthened her but left scars of loneliness and fear of never finding real love again. Scrappy confessing his battles with fame, addiction, and the pressure of being the bad boy on the show that kept him from maturing faster. I wore the villain role too long, he admits, it became comfortable until it cost me everything real. The room pulses with raw energy as more cast members share their takes on relationships, some drawing from their own messy histories, creating a full-blown group therapy session on set that feels more real than any scripted scene ever could. Twists keep coming when Bambi's new man unexpectedly calls her phone during a break, the ringtone cutting through the tension like a knife. Scrappy hears it and his jealousy flares. Who calling you at this hour, he demands, voice tight. Bambi answers calmly, it's someone who respects my time and my heart, someone who don't disappear when things get hard. The comparison stings Scrappy, who paces angrily but then softens, realizing he has no right to claim her yet. I lost that privilege, he mutters to himself, but I am fighting to earn it back. The confrontation evolves into deeper layers as they discuss their daughter extensively. Bambi sharing videos of the little girl asking about daddy and Scrappy breaking down, hearing her innocent voice, I wanna be there every day, not just holidays, not just episodes. He vows on everything. I love. The producers sense gold and keep the cameras rolling, capturing every unfiltered second. As the night wears on into early morning, the arguments cycle through anger, tears, laughter, and even a few tender reminiscences of their early days when love felt unstoppable before fame, money, and egos tore them apart. Fans react with millions of views pouring in within hours, celebrities chiming in with support or shade, keeping the buzz alive across social media. The family drama intensifies further when Bambi's mom and Scrappy's mom face off in a surprising heart-to-heart, both women sharing wisdom from their own past relationships, warning the couple about the hard work real commitment takes. You young ones think love enough, but it's sacrifice, consistency, and forgiveness on repeat. Bambi's mom says wisely, Scrappy's mom nodding along but adding, my son better step up or lose the best thing he ever had. Emotions peak again as Bambi and Scrappy share a private moment off to the side away from main cameras where he whispers promises of building a new home, co-parenting seamlessly, and even expanding their family if she allows it. Bambi listens, tears falling, but holds firm, show me first, actions before I risk my heart again. The stakes feel life-changing with careers, brands, and their daughter's future all hanging in the balance. Cast members like Kirk offer to mentor Scrappy on fatherhood, while Erica and Rashida become Bambi's fierce protectors, creating alliances that mirror real-life friendships. Beyond the show, more surprises unfold when a mysterious envelope arrives at the studio containing old photos and messages proving some of Scrappy's past scandals were exaggerated by jealous rivals in the industry, clearing parts of his name and giving him a glimmer of redemption. Bambi examines the evidence carefully, her walls cracking slightly. Maybe you telling some truth, she concedes, but that don't erase the hurt, only time and work can. The dialogue flows endlessly with heated exchanges turning into vulnerable confessions that leave everyone drained yet hooked. The producers call it one of the most powerful tapings in series history as the confrontation winds down without full resolution, leaving doors open for future episodes. The cast hugs it out, some crying, others laughing at the absurdity of it all, but the core question lingers, will Bambi take Scrappy back, or has she truly outgrown their turbulent love story? Fans speculate wildly, predicting everything from full reunion to permanent split and possible new romances for both. As the lights finally dim on this explosive night in Atlanta, the drama feels far from over, with personal growth, betrayals, family interventions, and undeniable chemistry all colliding to create television magic that keeps love and hip-hop. Atlanta, the unstoppable force it remains season after season. The emotional rollercoaster leaves Bambi exhausted yet empowered, Scrappy humbled yet hopeful, and the entire cast buzzing with anticipation for what comes next in their complicated, intertwined lives. The story continues unfolding with layers upon layers of heart-wrenching twists that no one saw coming, keeping viewers on edge, demanding more raw, authentic moments like these that define the culture and the show itself. The story continues unfolding with layers upon layers of heart-wrenching twists that no one saw coming as Bambi wipes her tears and steps steps back, creating just enough space between her and Scrappy to breathe. You talk a good game about redemption, she says, her voice steady but laced with exhaustion, but actions have to match the words or this is all for nothing. Scrappy nods vigorously, his eyes locked on hers like she's the only person in the room. I hear you loud and clear, baby, he replies. I ain't asking for instant trust, I am asking for a chance to earn it day by day. The cast watches mesmerized as Erica Mena fans herself dramatically. Girl, this tension could cut glass, while Kirk Frost leans forward, elbows on knees, telling Scrappy straight up, bro, you better be all in because walking away now ain't an option anymore. Rashida chimes in with wisdom, nodding at Bambi, protect your energy, sis, but if the love still lives, give it oxygen. The conversation shifts deeper into their shared history as they recount the early days of young love in Atlanta when Scrappy was rising in the music scene and Bambi was his biggest supporter through late-night studio sessions and humble beginnings. You used to look at me like I hung the moon, Bambi recalls, a small smile breaking through the pain before fame changed everything. Scrappy hangs his head. I know I got lost in the lights, the money, the attention, but none of that filled the hole like you and our daughter do. A new twist emerges when producers introduce surprise guests, two of Scrappy's old friends who witnessed some of his lowest moments. They take seats and begin sharing stories that paint a more complex picture of his struggles. One friend reveals how Scrappy secretly sent money to Bambi during tough times without taking credit, while the other admits helping him through a dark period of substance issues that the cameras never fully captured. The revelations leave Bambi stunned, searching Scrappy's face for confirmation. Is this true, she asks softly, or another layer of the performance? He reaches out, touching her arm gently, every word real, baby, I was drowning but still trying to hold us afloat in my own messed up way. Emotions surge again as Bambi processes this new information, her walls cracking further but not collapsing completely. You could have told me back then instead of disappearing, she whispers, the hurt still fresh but mixed with a glimmer of understanding. The family drama escalates when both mothers return to the set, joining the circle for an unfiltered discussion. Bambi's mom locks eyes with Scrappy. I raised my daughter to be strong, not stupid, she warns. If you step back into her life, you better be ready to carry the weight, not add to it. Scrappy's mom jumps in, defending her son with fierce love but also holding him accountable. My boy has faults bigger than Atlanta, but his heart beats for this family, and that little girl deserves to see her parents try. The back and forth between the generations creates powerful moments of reflection and advice that resonate with the cast and viewers alike. Fans are flooding social media with live reactions, some praising the raw honesty, others calling for Bambi to stay single and thriving. The emotional rollercoaster intensifies as they address the co-parenting challenges, Bambi sharing heartbreaking stories of holidays where their daughter asked why daddy wasn't there, and Scrappy confessing the guilt that ate him alive during those absences. I would sit in my car outside your house some nights, he admits, voice breaking, just watching the lights, knowing I messed up, too bad to knock on the door. The confession hits Bambi hard, causing fresh tears to spill as she covers her mouth, overwhelmed by the image. The producers keep rolling, capturing every authentic second, knowing this episode will break viewing records. Cast members offer tissues and support, Erica pulling Bambi into a hug while Rashida gives Scrappy a stern but hopeful pep talk. You got one shot, don't blow it. Kirk adds his 2 cents, reminding everyone that love and hip-hop Atlanta thrives on second chances, but only if the work is put in. Another bombshell drops when a lawyer associated with the show arrives with documents revealing pending financial entanglements from Scrappy's past that could affect joint custody discussions if not resolved. Bambi reads the papers, her expression shifting to concern. We can't bring chaos back into our daughter's life, she states firmly. If this is real, you handle it before any talk of us. Scrappy agrees immediately. Ill sign, whatever, fix whatever I need to do to clean the slate. The tension builds as they delve into trust issues, with Bambi recounting specific betrayals like the infamous club photos and late-night texts that went viral years ago. You humiliated me publicly, she says, voice rising again, while I was home praying for us. Scrappy listens without interrupting, owning every accusation. I was toxic, I was arrogant, but therapy showed me the pattern and I am breaking it now for good. The dialogue flows like a river of pent-up feelings, with moments of yelling followed by soft, vulnerable exchanges that keep the room on edge. Fans worldwide are divided in comment sections, with polls asking should Bambi forgive or move on trending heavily as celebrities tweet their opinions, keeping the buzz electric. The night stretches longer with more personal revelations, Bambi opening up about her own growth journey, including therapy sessions that helped her rebuild self-worth after the breakup. I learned to love me first, she declares proudly, and I won't settle for less than that standard anymore. Scrappy nods, respect in his eyes. That's what I want for you too, baby, and I want to be the man who matches it, not drags it down. Twists keep coming when an unexpected phone call interrupts from Bambi's new interest, the entrepreneur who has been patient and steady. The call is brief but enough to spark jealousy in Scrappy, who clenches his jaw, visibly fighting his emotions. You happy with him, he asks quietly, pain evident. Bambi meets his gaze, honestly happier than I was in the chaos, but that don't mean I am closed off to what we could be if you prove yourself. The honesty stings but motivates Scrappy further, who vows to step up his game in every area of life, from business to fatherhood to romance. I ain't competing, he says, I am elevating, so you see I am the one. The cast reacts with a mix of awe and skepticism, some believing the transformation, others warning Bambi to guard her heart. The group discussion turns to future possibilities, imagining blended family dynamics, public appearances, and even potential wedding talks if things align. line Bambi's mom cautions slow down while Scrappy's mom encourages fighting for it, creating beautiful generational wisdom moments that add depth to the drama emotions. Peak once more as they watch a montage of old happy family clips interspersed with painful lows, leaving everyone in tears including crew members. This is bigger than television, Erica declares. It's real life playing out. The producers sense the magic and extend the taping, allowing for even more unscripted conversations where Scrappy details plans for a new joint venture, a family foundation helping young parents avoid the mistakes he made. Bambi listens, intrigued by the vision, but demands proof of commitment beyond words. Show me the paperwork first, she challenges, and he'll consider every step. The confrontation evolves into a negotiation of boundaries, with Bambi setting clear rules: no more shady friendships, full transparency, daily check-ins, and priority on their daughter. Scrappy accepts each condition, eagerly writing them down on paper like a contract for love. The gesture brings light laughter amid the heaviness, easing the mood slightly, but the underlying tension remains as they address intimacy and chemistry. The spark is still there, undeniable, as their eyes meet across the room, reminding everyone why they were once the it couple of Atlanta. Yet Bambi hesitates, reminding him passion without trust leads to destruction. Again, fans are hooked, creating fan art and theories predicting outcomes from full reunion to dramatic split. The cast shares their own relationship stories, drawing parallels that make the episode feel like a masterclass in love and hip-hop dynamics. Kirk advising Scrappy on manhood, Rashida empowering Bambi with sisterhood, and Erica adding her fiery protective energy. More surprises unfold as old rivals from previous seasons send video messages, some wishing well, others throwing shade that stirs additional drama, keeping the energy high and unpredictable. The emotional conflicts reach new heights when they discuss the impact on their daughter extensively, with both parents agreeing she comes first above all else. I want her to see healthy love, not the mess we had, Bambi states, and Scrappy echoes the sentiment, promising to be the example she deserves. The dialogue continues for what feels like hours, cycling through anger, forgiveness, doubt, and hope in an endless loop that mirrors real relationships. The producers finally call a wrap, but not before one last twist: a handwritten letter from Scrappy to Bambi written months ago before the confrontation is read aloud on camera, expressing his deepest regrets and dreams for their future. The words move Bambi to silent tears as she folds the paper, carefully tucking it away, perhaps a seed of possibility planted in her heart. The cast hugs and reflects on the powerful night, agreeing this could be a turning point for not just Bambi and Scrappy but the entire show, as fans celebrate the raw authenticity online, with viewership predictions skyrocketing. The drama feels endless, with personal stakes higher than ever, careers on the line, family bonds tested, and love hanging precariously in the balance as Atlanta nights give way to uncertain dawns. The story of Bambi versus Scrappy evolves into something greater, a saga of growth, betrayal, and the hard fight for second chances that defines love and hip-hop. Atlanta Season 13B and keeps audiences coming back for more explosive, unfiltered moments that blur the lines between reality and raw human connection. The night ends with Bambi and Scrappy sharing one final quiet exchange away from the main lights, where he whispers, "I am not going anywhere this time," and she replies, "We will see, Scrappy, we will see," leaving the door cracked open just enough to fuel endless speculation and anticipation for what happens next in their turbulent journey toward possibly finding forever amid the chaos. The door cracked open just enough to fuel endless speculation and anticipation for what happens next in their turbulent journey toward possibly finding forever amid the chaos. As the studio lights dim slightly, Bambi and Scrappy share one last lingering look before the producers call for a brief reset, but nobody truly resets because the energy in the room crackles like live wires ready to spark at any second. "You really think we can rebuild this?" she asks him quietly, her voice carrying the exhaustion of a woman who has fought battles most people never see on camera. Scrappy swallows hard, his Adam apple bobbing with raw nervousness. "I don't think, Bambi, I know we can if we both commit. No half-stepping, no running when it gets hard," he replies, his tone sincere enough to make even the skeptical cast members pause. Erica Mena crosses her arms, watching them like a protective big sister, while Kirk Frost mutters under his breath, "This better not be another ratings stunt." Rashida simply nods, offering silent support as the conversation picks up steam again, diving into the practical realities of getting back together, co-parenting schedules, blended family holidays, and how to shield their daughter from the spotlight pressure that comes with being on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Bambi lays out her non-negotiables firmly: no more late nights without explanation, full access to phone records when trust needs rebuilding, and mandatory couples counseling twice a week. Scrappy agrees to every single condition, pulling out his own phone to type notes right there on set. "I am locking this in, baby," he says, showing her the screen. "This ain't for the cameras, this for us." The moment feels almost hopeful until another explosive twist detonates when a surprise visitor bursts through the doors, none other than one of Scrappy's most controversial exes from previous seasons. Strutting in with receipts in hand, "Oh no you don't," she declares, waving printed messages, "You ain't about to rewrite history and make yourself look like the victim." While I sat back quiet, the room erupts into chaos as the ex reveals text threads where Scrappy badmouthed Bambi even during their supposed good times. Bambi snatches the papers, reading them with trembling hands, her face shifting from shock to pure fury. "You told her I was crazy, you said I was the reason your career stalled," she yells, turning on Scrappy with fire in her eyes. The betrayal cuts deep, reopening wounds the cast had hoped were closing. Scrappy looks panicked, defending himself desperately. "Those texts were from my lowest point when I was lashing out at everyone including myself. I was wrong, dead wrong, but that ain't who I am. Today Erica Mina jumps up ready to go off. You got some nerve showing up here with old dirt while my girl trying to heal the drama spirals as security has to gently escort the ex out, but not before she drops one more bomb claiming Scrappy still owes her money from a business deal gone bad, leaving the entire set buzzing with fresh accusations and questions about his credibility. Fans watching the leaked clips online lose their minds completely with hashtags like Scrappy exposed and Bambi needs better trending globally, some viewers demanding the episode be pulled while others beg for more unfiltered mess. The emotional stakes climb higher as Bambi steps back, crossing her arms protectively. You keep saying you changed, but every time we turn around another skeleton falls out the closet, she says, her voice breaking slightly. How am I supposed to trust you with my heart and our daughter's future when the past keeps slapping me in the face? Scrappy drops to one knee again, this time pulling out a small box, not a ring but a custom key to a new family home he had quietly purchased in a quiet Atlanta suburb. I bought this for us, he confesses, voice thick with emotion. No more club life, no more drama filled mansions, just a real home where we can build something stable. The gesture stuns everyone including Bambi, who stares at the key like it might burn her fingers. It's beautiful, but keys don't fix broken trust, she whispers, tears welling up again. The cast rallies around them with mixed reactions, Kirk offering Scrappy a brotherly handshake saying actions baby actions, while Rashida pulls Bambi aside for another heart-to-heart. Don't let the grand gestures blind you sis, make him earn every inch. The family drama intensifies further when both mothers return once more, this time bringing childhood photos and old videos of Bambi and Scrappy with their daughter, creating an emotional montage that has the whole room in tears. Bambi's mom softens slightly, looking at Scrappy, you better be the man my grandbaby deserves or I will personally make sure you regret it. Scrappy's mom chimes in with tough love, agreeing, my son, you got one last chance to do right by this family. The generational wisdom hits hard, prompting Scrappy to open up about his own childhood wounds, absent father figures, and the cycle he swore he would never repeat. I ain't trying to pass this pain to my daughter, he says, breaking down fully on camera for the first time. The vulnerability moves Bambi, who reaches out, tentatively touching his shoulder. For the first time in hours, maybe we both got healing to do, she admits softly, but that don't mean we do it together yet. The back and forth continues deep into the night with more confessions, more arguments, and more tender moments that keep viewers worldwide completely hooked. Producers extend the taping knowing this single episode could redefine the season. Cast members share their own war stories from past relationships, creating a group circle of raw advice and tough love that feels more like therapy than reality television. Erica warning Bambi about repeating patterns while Kirk schools Scrappy on what real manhood looks like in the public eye. Another major twist arrives when legal documents surface proving some of the scandals against Scrappy were fabricated by industry rivals jealous of his comeback attempts. The new evidence clears his name on several fronts, giving him a much-needed boost of credibility. Bambi reviews the papers carefully, her expression softening just a fraction. This changes some things, she says, but not everything. You still got a lot of work ahead. The hope flickers brighter as they begin outlining real plans, joint therapy sessions, family vacations without cameras, and even discussions about expanding their family one day if trust returns fully. Scrappy lights up at the possibility. I want more babies with you, Bambi. I want the whole dream. This time, no shortcuts. The chemistry between them reignites visibly as they share a brief hug, the kind that reminds everyone why they were once the power couple everyone rooted for. Yet the doubt lingers, Bambi pulling away first, reminding him, we take this slow, one day at a time. Fans react with millions of comments pouring in, some celebrating the possible reunion, others urging Bambi to choose herself completely. The episode builds toward an uncertain close with the cast gathering for final thoughts, Rashida hugging both of them saying love is messy but worth fighting for when it's real, Kirk adding real talk, y'all better not let the streets win. Erica warning Scrappy, one more slip and I am personally dragging you. The night ends with Bambi and Scrappy agreeing to a private off-camera meeting the next day to discuss next steps away from the spotlight pressure, leaving the audience on a massive cliffhanger that guarantees record-breaking views for the next episode. The drama refuses to die as social media explodes with theories, fan cams, and calls for a full spin-off dedicated to their journey. Personal stakes feel monumental with careers, brands, reputations, and most importantly their daughter's innocent heart all hanging in the delicate balance as Atlanta prepares for whatever comes next in this legendary love story full of fire, tears, and unbreakable ties that define not just Bambi and Scrappy but the very soul of love and hip-hop. Atlanta Season 13B. The raw, unscripted moments captured tonight will be talked about for years to come, keeping fans invested and hungry for every update, every twist, and every chance at redemption or final goodbye in this epic emotional saga that continues to unfold with more heart-stopping revelations waiting just around the corner as the couple stands at the edge of something new, something scary, and something potentially beautiful if they can survive the storm together. The couple stands at the edge of something new, something scary, and something potentially beautiful if they can survive the storm together as the studio finally begins to empty out. Bambi and Scrappy linger in a quiet corner away from the main cameras, their breaths still heavy from hours of raw confrontation. You really mean everything you said tonight, she murmurs, searching his face for lies. Scrappy holds her gaze steady for the first time, looking like a man stripped bare of all the fake bravado. I mean every word, Bambi. No more more hiding, no more ego. I am ready to be the husband and father I should have been years ago. The cast members trickle back in for final goodbyes. Erica Mena hugging Bambi tightly, whispering in her ear, "Don't rush sis, make him sweat for it," while Kirk Frost slaps Scrappy on the back saying, "Real men fix what they break." Rashida offers a group prayer right there on set, asking for clarity, strength and peace for the whole family. The moment feels sacred, yet the drama refuses to fade completely as producers reveal they have one last surprise, a video message from their daughter recorded earlier that day. "Mommy, Daddy, I love you both, please be happy again." The innocent words hit like a freight train, leaving Bambi sobbing into Scrappy's chest and him holding her like she might disappear if he lets go. Fans watching the leaked preview clips online are in absolute meltdown, with live streams hitting record numbers and comments flooding in faster than anyone can read them. Some screaming for a wedding special, others warning Bambi this cycle has happened before. On Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the emotional weight presses down harder as they discuss the practical next steps. Private counseling sessions starting tomorrow, co-parenting therapy and even a trial period, living separately but committed to dates and family time. Bambi sets another boundary: no public announcements until we both feel solid, no using our story for clout. Scrappy nods, agreeing immediately, whatever keeps us protected. Baby, the night stretches into deeper territory as they revisit old fights, dissecting them with new eyes from therapy. "Insights you used to shut down whenever I expressed my feelings," Bambi recalls, "and I felt so alone even when you were right next to me." Scrappy owns it fully. "I was scared of real intimacy because it meant facing my failures, but I am not scared anymore." The conversation flows into future dreams, building a business together, expanding their family, traveling as a unit and giving their daughter the stability neither of them had growing up. The hope builds until another twist slams in when a cast member receives a text from an anonymous source claiming Scrappy was seen with a new woman just days before the confrontation. The accusation explodes across the set again, Bambi pulling away, eyes blazing, "Is this true? You were out there playing games while texting me about forever." Scrappy looks genuinely confused, denying it vehemently. "I swear on our daughter that ain't me. Someone is trying to sabotage us right now." Producers jump in, tracing the tip, and discover it was a jealous rival from the music industry planting false stories to stir ratings. Chaos. The revelation clears the air temporarily but leaves Bambi exhausted and questioning everything once more. "You see how easy it is for drama to find us," she says, voice tired but determined. "We gotta be stronger than the noise." The family drama reignites when both mothers insist on joining the next counseling session, creating a multi-generational support circle that brings laughter, tears and tough truths. Bambi's mom tells Scrappy straight, "You hurt my child once and I forgave because I am Christian, but I ain't forgetting." Scrappy's mom counters with stories of her son's growth since hitting bottom, encouraging Bambi to see the changes up close. The back and forth creates powerful healing moments where old resentments surface and get addressed in real time. Cast members like Erica share their own redemption stories, inspiring the couple, while Kirk offers to be Scrappy's accountability partner, checking in weekly. The emotional rollercoaster continues as they watch more old footage, this time focusing on happy family vacations and milestones that remind everyone of the love that once burned bright. Fans create compilations online calling it the greatest love story in LHHATL history, with petitions for a dedicated reunion special gaining thousands of signatures. The stakes rise even higher when financial advisors join the conversation, revealing Scrappy's past debts could impact joint assets if they reconcile. Bambi demands full disclosure, reviewing bank statements and business plans right there on camera. "You want in my life, then my daughter's future must be secured first," she states firmly. Scrappy signs papers, willingly transferring assets and setting up trusts, showing concrete commitment. The gesture softens Bambi slightly, allowing a small smile to break through for the first time in hours. "Maybe this time feels different," she whispers. The chemistry crackles again as they share a tentative kiss on the cheek, the kind that carries years of history and unspoken promises, yet doubt lingers like a shadow. Bambi reminding him, "One mistake and I am done for good." The cast cheers the small progress, offering hugs and high fives, turning the studio into a mix of celebration and cautionary tales. More surprises unfold when industry friends send supportive videos, some from big names in Atlanta music, wishing them well and offering resources for counseling and business growth. The encouragement boosts Scrappy, who outlines detailed plans for a family foundation helping single parents in the city. Bambi listens impressed, adding her own ideas about empowering women through entrepreneurship. The collaborative energy feels fresh and promising, shifting the mood toward optimism until yet another bombshell drops. An old lawsuit document surfaces accusing Scrappy of something from his wilder days that could affect custody. Bambi reads it, hands shaking. "We cannot bring legal mess into our home," she insists, voice rising again. Scrappy vows to fight it head on, hiring the best lawyers and promising transparency every step of the way. The argument flares hot once more, with accusations and defenses flying, but this time it ends in exhausted understanding rather than total breakdown. The producers call it a wrap for real this time, but everyone knows the story is just beginning. Fans speculate wildly, predicting outcomes from full reunion to messy split and even a possible pregnancy announcement to keep the drama alive. Social media buzzes non-stop with fan theories, edits and calls for Bambi and Scrappy to trend worldwide. The personal growth shines through as Bambi reflects on her journey from heartbroken young mother to empowered businesswoman, while Scrappy admits fame nearly destroyed him, but losing her woke him up. The cast departs with final words of wisdom. Rashida Rashida hugging them both saying real love fights, Erica warning Scrappy to stay on the straight path, and Kirk promising to check in like a big brother. The night fades into early morning with Bambi and Scrappy leaving the studio together but in separate cars, agreeing to meet for breakfast the next day away from cameras. The anticipation builds as viewers demand more episodes dedicated to their progress. Personal stakes have never felt higher, with brands watching closely, family opinions divided, and their daughters' innocent questions looming large over every decision. Atlanta feels electric, with the news spreading like wildfire, keeping love and hip-hop Atlanta at the center of cultural conversation. Season 13B delivering the most emotional season yet full of betrayals, redemptions, family interventions, and that undeniable pull between Bambi and Scrappy that keeps fans coming back episode after episode. The saga continues with more layers of complexity, more heartfelt confessions, and more dramatic twists waiting in the wings as the couple navigates the delicate path toward healing or heartbreak. Once and for all, the raw authenticity captured tonight will echo through future episodes, shaping not just their story but the entire show's legacy as viewers stay glued, waiting to see if love truly conquers all the pain, the lies, and the years apart in this unforgettable chapter of reality television history that blurs every line between entertainment and real human struggle. The morning after brings new hope mixed with fresh anxiety as Bambi wakes up to supportive texts from friends and cast, while Scrappy prepares for their private meeting, determined to show change through small consistent actions. The journey ahead promises to be long and challenging, but in that studio last night something shifted, something real, something worth fighting for amid all the chaos and emotion that defines Bambi versus Scrappy on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. The morning after brings new hope mixed with fresh anxiety as Bambi wakes up to supportive texts from friends and cast, while Scrappy prepares for their private meeting, determined to show change through small consistent actions. The journey ahead promises to be long and challenging, but in that studio last night something shifted, something real, something worth fighting for amid all the chaos and emotion that defines Bambi versus Scrappy on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. The breakfast meetup happens at a quiet spot outside the city where no cameras follow, and for the first time in years they talk without performing. Bambi sips her coffee, eyes still guarded. "You showed up on time, that's a start," she says, but don't think one good morning erases the damage. Scrappy slides a folder across the table. Inside are signed therapy agreements, financial statements, and a handwritten daily plan for county parenting and rebuilding trust. "I did this before the sun came up, baby," he tells her. "No excuses, no delays. I am all in or I am out, you decide." The sincerity in his voice makes Bambi pause, her walls softening just enough to let a real conversation flow. They revisit the daughter conversation at length, planning school pickups, weekend routines, and how to explain to her that mommy and daddy are trying again without promising the fairy tale ending. Fans would love to see the personal stakes hit harder when Bambi reveals her fears of repeating the cycle. "I built walls so high after you left," she confesses, "and letting you back in feels like tearing them down with my bare hands." Scrappy listens without interrupting, then shares his own rock bottom stories, nights spent regretting every choice that pushed her away. The emotional exchange stretches for hours, turning from tense to tender as they reminisce about the good times before fame tore them apart. "You used to make me laugh so hard my stomach hurt," Bambi says, smiling faintly for the first time. That memory sparks a small laugh from Scrappy, and just like that the chemistry flickers back to life. But reality crashes in again when his phone buzzes with a work emergency, a business deal that could stabilize his finances yet requires travel. Bambi stiffens immediately. "See, this is what I mean. One step forward and the old life pulls you right back." He shuts the phone off right there in front of her. "Nothing is more important than this right now than us," he vows. The gesture earns him points, but Bambi stays cautious, reminding him words are cheap until proven. The day continues with them visiting their daughter's favorite park together, walking side by side like old times while discussing future goals, a joint clothing line, a family foundation, and even talks of moving closer for better co-parenting. The hope builds until another twist arrives via a call from Erica Mina warning Bambi that Scrappy's ex has been posting shady subtweets trying to stir trouble again. Bambi confronts him on the spot. "Is the drama ever going to stop?" she demands, voice rising in the park. Scrappy pulls her aside, explaining it's all noise from people who want to see them fail, but he promises to handle it publicly if needed. The argument draws a small crowd of onlookers, some recognizing the famous couple and filming on phones, which only adds pressure. The emotional conflict deepens as Bambi questions if they can ever have privacy or peace together. "You come with baggage, Scrappy, mountains of it," she says, tears threatening again, "but I see you trying and that confuses my heart so much." The vulnerability leads to a long hug where Scrappy whispers, "I am fighting for my family every single day, no matter who tries to tear us down." Cast members text support throughout the day, Rashida sending empowering messages and Kirk offering to mediate if needed. Back at home, Bambi reviews everything alone, flipping through the folder he gave her, seeing real effort in the details, while Scrappy meets with his lawyer to clear old issues once and for all. The parallel actions show growth, but Bambi still sleeps on it, refusing to rush the decision. Fans online are split, some creating edit videos of their best moments, others posting threads about why she should stay single. The buzz keeps growing with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta trending again as clips from the confrontation leak strategically. The next few days bring more tests, Scrappy showing up for school drop-off unannounced with flowers for Bambi and gifts for their daughter. The little girl lights up, hugging her daddy tight and asking if they are a family again. The innocent question breaks both parents, Bambi watching from from the car with tears streaming down her face. This is what matters, she realizes, but trust still needs time. They attend their first private counseling session where deep issues surface, Scrappy admitting his fear of vulnerability and Bambi expressing her built-up resentment from years of being the strong one alone. The therapist guides them through exercises that feel uncomfortable yet necessary, creating small breakthroughs mixed with painful recollections. You left me when I needed you most, Bambi says in session, voice cracking, but Scrappy responds with accountability. I was selfish and immature, but today I choose you every time. The work feels real and fans following updates through insider posts applaud the effort while critics wait for the next slip-up. Family dinners follow with both mothers present, turning into healing conversations where old grudges get aired and forgiveness is practiced slowly. The multi-generational support strengthens their resolve but also highlights how much is at stake if they fail again. More twists come when a business partner of Scrappy offers a huge deal that could set them up financially but requires him to be away for weeks. Bambi tests him by saying, go handle it, I support your growth. He surprises her by turning it down, choosing instead to stay local and focus on family first. The sacrifice moves Bambi closer to a decision as they share more dates, real ones filled with laughter, deep talks, and careful intimacy that reminds them both of the fire still burning underneath the pain. Emotions run high during a quiet evening at the new house he bought where he cooks for her and they dance in the kitchen like old times. You still got moves, she teases, and he pulls her close, whispering, this is just the beginning, baby. The night ends without pressure but with a promise to keep showing up consistently. The drama of their story keeps evolving with cast members checking in, Erica pushing Bambi to guard her heart while Rashida encourages listening to it. The entire Love and Hip Hop family feels invested, creating a support network that both helps and complicates things further as social media explodes with predictions and fan campaigns. The personal growth shines through, Bambi feeling stronger in her choices and Scrappy becoming more accountable daily. Yet the ultimate question remains, will this time be different or will history repeat itself in the most watched season yet? The saga of Bambi vs. Scrappy continues, captivating audiences with every step, every tear, and every chance at redemption, keeping the heart of Atlanta reality television beating strong with raw emotion and endless possibilities for love, triumph, or heartbreaking goodbye. The dust is still settling on one of the most explosive nights in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta history as Bambi and Scrappy stand at the crossroads of heartbreak and hope after hours of tears, accusations, confessions, and shocking twists that left the entire cast reeling and fans worldwide completely glued to their screens. Will Bambi finally open her heart and give Scrappy the second chance he is fighting so desperately for, or has she grown too strong, too independent to ever go back to the chaos that once defined their love story? With their daughter's innocent eyes watching every move, family members divided, cast members placing bets, and industry vultures circling for more drama, the future of this power couple remains hanging by the thinnest thread. You just witnessed raw, unfiltered emotion at its absolute peak, the kind of television that reminds us why we cannot stop watching. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13B delivered everything and then some, from knee-dropping apologies to surprise exes, legal bombshells, and family interventions that had everyone screaming at their screens. Now it is your turn to decide what happens next. Do you believe Scrappy has truly changed, or is this just another cycle of pain dressed up for the cameras? Tell us in the comments right now. Are you Team Bambi staying strong and single or Team Scrappy fighting for that forever love? Hit that like button if this confrontation had you in tears. Share this video with every friend who lives for Atlanta drama and subscribe right now with notifications on because you do not want to miss what happens next in this saga that is far from over. Bambi and Scrappy could be rebuilding their family or heading for the most epic final breakup in show history, and the next episodes are going to be even more intense. So what are you waiting for? Drop your hottest take below. Team Bambi or Team Scrappy? Let your voice be heard because your opinion fuels this drama and keeps Love and Hip Hop Atlanta the wildest ride on television. See you in the next one, fam. This story is only getting started.